I call Grant Robertson.
In front of such an appreciative audience tonight. And it's quite interesting, actually. It's quite interesting on this side of the House to reflect upon which members of the National Party are actually here tonight. Because, Mr. Speaker, I know I can't reflect upon who's not here tonight, but it's quite interesting to reflect upon who is here tonight and where they might fit in certain different factions within the party. We also have the front bench here, which is perhaps a window to the future of the National Party. Sandra Gowdy, finally, Sandra Gowdy has been recognised and promoted to the front bench. It's finally happened. And then at the other end of the front bench we have Tohinere. Finally, once again, his merit and effort has been recognised once more on the front bench in Judith Collins' seat, replicating Judith's hard-hitting, fighting style. No, he's actually dead. Oh no, he's alive. There he is. He's come back. Yes, Mr. Speaker, the Productivity Commission, and what a productive opposition we are tonight. If we look at Labour inputs on this side versus outputs, we're a very productive opposition. Not sure about the government over there, though. A lot of people there. I understand for those members of the government who have had to stay here tonight and aren't able to get home, it's a party at Chris Finlayson's house. Party at Chris Finlayson's house tonight. That's what's happening, a party as it is every night at Chris Finlayson's house. That is what it is tonight. Mr. Speaker, I'm very pleased to speak on the Productivity Commission bill. So have I, Mr. Henare, so have I. Mr. Henare, I could speak very slowly for a very long time. Mr. Speaker, the Productivity Commission bill is an excellent piece of legislation. On this side of the House, we're very proud to support it. I want to credit in particular the ministers involved, Rodney Hyde and Bill English, and my colleague Leanne Dalziel, the chair of the Select Committee. I think they've done an excellent job in bringing this bill before the House. There's much in this bill that I would like to see changed, but in principle, the idea that we might have a Productivity Commission in New Zealand is a very good one, because the productivity challenge has bedevilled this country for a very long time. And unfortunately, despite setting up a commission, is there any gin in it? Despite setting up a commission, have you got blankets? Have you got blankets over there? Despite setting up a productivity commission, there's still no plan for productivity, though, is there? There's still no plan for productivity from this government. There's still no plan to increase skills. There's still no plan to invest in research. So they've managed to get the commission up, but there's nothing for the commission to do, is there, if it's about that side of the House agenda. On this side of the House, we proposed amendments tonight that would have improved this, that would have actually got a social partnership model in there, which would have had Business New Zealand at the table, would have had the Council of Trade Unions at the table, but no, that was rejected tonight by the National Party. That was rejected because they're not here for social partnership. They're not here to build that productive economy with people at the table. It's the big end of town or no one if it's that side of the House. This Productivity Commission deserves to have a durable model. It deserves to have a model, a mandate, terms of reference that will survive the inevitable end of this government, the arrival of a Labour government. That's what this Productivity Commission should look like. At the moment, it lacks some key elements in that. It lacks an ability for there to be the social partners at the table. It lacks the broad mandate to allow it to do practical, productive projects. I am talking about the bill, Ms. Barter, that's right. I could do this all night. This Productivity Commission is indeed a great idea, but it lacks that mandate. It lacks those terms of reference that will actually allow it to undertake practical projects in the productivity area. It also lacks the mandate to be able to spread out to look at a range of issues beyond those that that side of the House might want to look at the moment. I actually share the concern that Dave Clenton raised about the lack of a focus on environmental sustainability. No, the South Crate's outside, Chester. It's okay. You can go out there now. We have a concern too on this side of the House that the Productivity Commission does need to be able to look at issues of environmental sustainability. The Australian Productivity Commission is the model. That's what it's able to do. It's produced a series of independent reports. That's exactly what this body should be able to do. We do have concerns about the membership of the Commission, Mr. Speaker. We have concerns about that because the process, as Leanne Dalziel has pointed out, for the appointment of the chair has not been a good one. Murray Sherwin is a very competent public servant, but he's not the person who's going to be ambitious for New Zealand. He's not going to be the person that's going to drive the economy forward and close that wage gap with Australia. The national government needed to be far more inventive than that. There needed to be far more inventive. Well, it won't be tauhenere. That's one thing I can say. It won't be tauhenere. But this commission needs people on it who are reflective of New Zealand and New Zealanders beyond the big end of town, bringing the social partners to the table. That's what will make this Productivity Commission work, Mr Speaker. But on this side of the House, we can support this bill. We can say, yes, this is a good idea. This is something that Rodney Hyde and Leanne Dalziel have worked on extensively together. This is something that we can all believe will do good things for us. But to be a durable model, to be something that will survive changes in government, it needs a broader mandate, it needs an inclusive commission, and we'll be watching very closely to make sure that happens. In conclusion, Mr Speaker, can I just say that it's been a rare pleasure to be greeted with the National Party caucus in such great numbers tonight. Their enthusiasm for the Productivity Commission knows spirited, that's right, knows no grounds whatsoever. Paul Quinn's even woken up, Mr Speaker. This has been a fine occasion, a fine evening, and as we've ticked past 9 o'clock, we've achieved our goal.
I call Jonathan Young.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I would think that a very productive speech should be high quality in a short period of time, and the previous member failed on both, but he did try hard. Mr Speaker, this is a great bill. I commend it to the House. Thank you very much.
Members, the question is that the motion be agreed to. Those who are of that opinion will say aye. Aye. The contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote called for. Let's order. Party votes to be conducted in silence. Clerk, please conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
18 votes in favour.
Order.
Green
Order.
Party.
4 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
4 votes in favour.
Maori Party. Progressive. United Future.
1 vote in favour.
The Honourable Chris Carter. Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 81, the noes are 4. The motion is agreed to.
New Zealand Productivity Commission Bill, third reading.
Members, before I close the House, I'm sure you'd all like me to say thank you on your behalf to the Hansard reporters, the clerks' officers, the messengers, Bellamy staff, security officials and everyone else. And on behalf of the presiding officers, I'd like to thank all members for the good humour and perseverance. I wish you all a safe trip home. House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. Tuesday. Nā reira, tēnā koutou, po marie.